The University of Nevada promotes and protects the free exchange of ideas that does not disrupt university events or ceremonies. Any disruption of today's scheduled program is not allowed. Kindly be aware that any such disruptions will result in immediate removal from the event. Thank you for your support and cooperation. The program will begin momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please stand for our national anthem and alma mater.
We will
You may be seated. Thank you to our Wolfpack Quartet and our commencement brass. Welcome to the University of Nevada 2026 commencement ceremony. My name is Jeff Thompson, and I serve as Executive Vice President and Provost at the university, and for today, I will be your Master of Ceremonies. I'd like to take a moment to recognize several distinguished guests. Please hold your applause until all have been named. Nevada System of Higher Education Regent Heather Brown. Regent Carol Del Carlo. Acting Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs, Renee Davis. Faculty Marshal and Chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Jennifer McClendon. Senior Vice President for Research and Innovation, Dr. Myrtle Gotham. Vice President for Government and Community Relations, Michael Flores. Vice President for Information Technology, Dr. Sashi Pillay. Vice President for Student Services, Dr. Heather Speed. Vice Provost of Graduate Education and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Marcus Kimmelmeyer. Dean of the College of Engineering, Dr. Thomas Weller. Dean of the School of Social Work, Dr. Lillian Wyszynski. Associate Dean of the Honors College, Dr. Mary Ingram Waters. University Athletic Director, Stephanie Remp. Chief of Staff, Aubrey Flores. Executive Director for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Dr. Melanie Duckworth. Executive Director for Marketing and Communications, Carrie Garcia. Director of Indigenous Relations, Daphne M. Hooper. President of the Associated Students of the University of Nevada, Carmina Aglabat. President of the Graduate Students Association, Rachania Dev Chinapin. Nevada Alumni Council past president and current member, Randy Brown. Please help me recognize our platform party. And to the person who has been at the helm and made this ceremony happen, Associate Vice President of Enrollment Services, Dr. Melissa Chirozzi and her team in the white hat. And this is a very special ceremony for Dr. Chirozzi. As she leads her final spring commencement, her 74th season, we honor Dr. Chirozzi's extraordinary leadership. The care, precision, and commitment she has brought to this moment for thousands of graduates and their families is truly remarkable. Please join me in thanking Dr. Chirozzi and her team with a loud round of applause. As we commence this ceremony in Reno, Nevada, we acknowledge that the University of Nevada, Reno is situated on the traditional homelands of the Numa, Northern Paiute, Washoe, Washoe, Nua, Western Shoshone, and Nuwu, Southern Paiute peoples. These lands continue to be a gathering place for indigenous peoples, and we recognize their deep connections to these places. And now it's my pleasure to start today's ceremony by welcoming Daphne M. Hooper, Director of Indigenous Relations and member of the Walker River Paiute Tribe. Please stand as you are able.
Bisha Awamla, good morning. Tamana Mutadu, no Kohima Matabi Udu, Pija Ukatabino Tikiati, Uwanuma Uwu Pija Yukuti, Noko Yasamu Punidu Sutuhai, Ti Natunitui na Pija Sutuhaina, Mama Kunumi, Numa Tunitui Nokwa, Ti Piatipa, Ti Pa'a, Ti Songwanakwana, Noko Hitami na Unakwetu Mani Punudi. Situhaika, Pijatumia, Puhua, Puhua, Creator God, Maker of all things, thank you for giving us this day. We have a lot to be thankful for. Bless everyone gathered here, blessings for our language. With it, we will teach others. Bless our Mother Earth, our water, our air. Bless everything around us. Go in a good way. Amen.
Thank you, Daphne, for opening our ceremony with that blessing. Please be seated. And we are honored to have you as part of our graduates' special day. Next, please join me in welcoming the 17th president of the University of Nevada and the first alumnus to serve as president, Brian Sandoval.
Good morning, Wolfpack. Come on. And welcome to the university's most hallowed ground, the historic Quad. It's my honor to welcome you to the University of Nevada's 2026 Spring Commencement Ceremony. It's your day. Just out of curiosity, out in the audience, how many alumni do we have out there? Raise your hands. Give them a big cheer. And now, in what has become one of our favorite traditions, we're going to do the Wolfpack chant one more time. So this side is going to be Wolf, this side is going to be Pack, and everybody is going to participate. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Great job, all right. Go Pack. So before we begin, I want you all to take a look around you. The Quad is absolutely stunning today. It is one of the most iconic settings in all of higher education, and it reflects the care, pride, and commitment of so many people who work tirelessly to make this day unforgettable. Please join me in recognizing the people who make this place the land of legends. In class of 2026, of course, no one gets to this day alone. Think about the people who have supported you from the moment you set foot on campus, your family and friends, our faculty and staff. They believed in you, encouraged you, and reminded you you got this. And they were right. Class of 2026, please join me in thanking them for walking this journey with you and for always having your back. Now, today is about many things. The magnitude of what you've accomplished, of course, but it's also about the almost 152-year legacy of this university, which in a few moments you will join forever. And perhaps most of all, that in an ever-changing world, your experiences here are going to serve as your trusted foundation for years to come. The knowledge you've gained, the relationships you've built, and the convictions you've developed here aren't temporary, they are forever. Together, they are a beacon that will guide and steady you in the challenging years ahead. Because this university represents something enduring, community, stability, and lasting purpose. When you look back at your time here, you will see that we are built to last, meeting the expectations of a bold new world. So let me take you back in time for a moment to show you what I mean. 100 years ago, on May 10th, 1926, our university graduated 143 graduates, a record for the time. And like today's campus, which is still growing after the opening of our new Tulloch Business Building, the campus in 1926 was growing and investing in its future as well. That year, longtime university benefactor Clarence Mackey, son of John Mackey, committed $100,000 to expand the Mackey Mines building. Another benefactor, William Clark, who was a railroad and mining magnate, announced he would be funding a new library in honor of his late wife, Alice, who had grown up in Virginia City. Now take a look across the quad. The Mackey Mines building is still there in all its splendor. And behind you, behind those trees, there's a proud red brick building that's the Clark Administration Building, originally the Clark Library. It's hard to imagine that the seeds for these buildings were first sown 100 years ago on May 10th, 1926. And at the time, the university had just 3 schools: agriculture, engineering, and mines, and had a vision to one day serve 1,500 students. Now, we've certainly outgrown those ambitious projections from 1926. And over this commencement season, we will be awarding over 3,000 degrees and have over 20,000 students. Yeah. And the Mackey and Clark buildings endure, and this campus continues to thrive. We are a university for the ages because we understand our role in the ongoing story that is Nevada and America, to help shape the future through our greatest asset, you, our graduates. When addressing the 143 students graduating at our 1926 commencement, President Walter Clark at the time said it best, quote, "The present day offers greater possibilities than ever before. Your service grows from a glowing, flaming heart to add to the treasures of the world." 100 years later, our treasures, you, our 2026 graduates, continue this meaningful and transformational legacy that is the University of Nevada. Each of you has a fierce determination that will make our community, state, and world a better place. And each and every one of you are at the heart of who we are and what we do. I want to talk a little bit more about this determination. This determination belongs to graduates like Carolina Gonzalez from the School of Social Work. Carolina, if you're here with us this morning, please stand. There she is. Carolina today graduates with a degree in social work and a minor in addiction treatment services. Social work had its Wheaties today, so good job. So Carolina is a first-generation college student whose academic and personal journey exemplifies grit, cultural pride, and a profound dedication to community engagement. While managing academic, professional, and family responsibilities, she has served as a family navigator and cultural broker, facilitating access to vital resources for Hispanic and Latinx families. Carolina intends to pursue a Master of Social Work and remains committed to advancing mental health and family support services. So Carolina, on behalf of the university, thank you for contributing to who we are, and congratulations on this great moment. From the College of Engineering, we have Mia Erickson. Mia, are you here with us today? Mia, there she is. So listen to this. Mia completes her degree in 3 years today. She began taking classes with us when she was a senior at Reno High School. Go Huskies. She will be working at Lumos & Associates, a local engineering company where she has interned for 2 years. And next is what we love. When I mentioned earlier that our university is a place of permanence, I truly meant that. Because Mia today joins not only the legacy of our proud university, but a family legacy as well. All 5 Erickson children are now University of Nevada graduates. So today, Mia becomes the latest Erickson to make her mark at our university. Congratulations, Mia, and to all the Ericksons who have come before you. Big hand. So these stories that I've just told you reflect who we are as a university, a place of permanence, possibility, and perseverance. And as you step into what comes next, I want to leave you all with this. You don't graduate from this university, you carry it with you. Your experiences here are not behind you. They are within you, shaping your decisions, values, and path forward. So move forward with confidence. Take risks, go the extra mile, choose purpose over comfort, and live the Wolfpack way so that years from now, you will have no regrets on your life's journey. A century ago, University of Nevada President Walter Clark shared a telegram from Clarence Mackey at the end of that May's commencement ceremony in a flower-decked, overflowing university gymnasium. Quote, "Tell the students for me to never forget their alma mater and keep the name of the university high." Those words still matter today. So be proud of your University of Nevada because we are proud of you. And wherever you go after this momentous day, remember this. This campus is your home. It will always be your home. And your Wolfpack family will always have your back. So class of 2026, go forward with confidence, go forward with purpose, and go forward knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be and ready for whatever life brings you. So congratulations, you've made it, and now it's your turn to show the world what a member of the Wolfpack can do. Go Pack. Thank you.
Thank you, President Sandoval. Now, please enjoy 2 short videos from our U.S. Senators, Catherine Cortez Masto and Jackie Rosen.
Hello to the class of 2026. This is your U.S. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, and I want to congratulate each of you for graduating today. You know, I'm a third-generation Nevadan, and my sister and I were the first in our family to graduate from college. So I know that it takes a lot of hard work, determination, and perseverance to get where you are, and you should all be proud. In between celebrating your accomplishments today, make sure you also thank everyone who helped you along the way, the parents, family, and friends that you relied on to get you to this moment. And let's not forget your faculty, staff, and everyone who made this day possible. I wish you all the best of luck in this next chapter of your lives. You are Nevada's future leaders, and I can't wait to see what you all do next. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2026.
Well, hello, Wolfpack. I'm Jackie Rosen, and it is my honor to represent all of you in the United States Senate. I'd like to extend my biggest congratulations to you, the University of Nevada class of 2026, on this remarkable accomplishment. Today, we celebrate you, your hard work, and your achievements. You have all worked so hard to get to this moment. So when you think back on your time in college, be proud of the determination and resilience that will carry you far beyond these walls. Take a moment, well, just to look around you, to recognize those who stood behind you, those who helped get you where you are today. Whether it's your friends, your family, your classmates, teachers, or mentors, cherish them. They've helped provide you with knowledge and the tools you need to succeed in your next journey. They've helped you become better students, better community leaders, and more importantly, better versions of yourselves. And as you enter into this new phase of life, don't forget to carry with you the relationships you've built and the communities that you've come to cherish. So be there for one another, not just during the good times, but during the hard times too. Lend a hand when someone needs it. Be a shoulder to lean on. Put your skills to good use to help one another. Always remember that you have the power to make a difference in someone's life. I know each of you has a bright future, and I look forward to seeing all the great things you'll do in the coming years. So congratulations to the class of 2026, and best of luck in all your future endeavors. And of course, go Pack!
Now please welcome the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents, Regent Carol Del Carlo.
Good morning, graduates, families, faculty, and friends. On behalf of the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents, it is an honor to join you today. Congratulations to the class of 2026 and to everyone who supported you, challenged you, encouraged you, and stood by you on your journey to this moment. Graduates, you have earned a degree from the University of Nevada, Reno, Nevada, land-grant institution, and a place where discovery, service, and resilience are not simple ideas, they are expectations. You have studied, researched, created, and led during a time that required adaptability and determination. That matters. Not just because it was hard, but because it prepared you for what comes next. As a regent, I have the privilege of helping steward public higher education for the people of Nevada. We do this because institutions like the University of Nevada, Reno change lives, and more importantly, they change communities. The knowledge and skills that you carry forward are not just personal achievements, they are public goods. What you have learned here will shape classrooms, clinics, businesses, laboratories, courtrooms, schools, and communities across this state and far beyond it. Wherever you go next, I encourage you to carry 3 things with you. First, remain curious. The world you are entering will continue to change rapidly. Stay open to learning, not just in your profession, but about people, perspectives, and problems different from your own. Second, stay connected to this university, to one another, to Nevada. Higher education thrives when the graduates remain engaged and invested in the places that helped shape them. And finally, lead with purpose. Use your education not only to build successful careers, but to contribute meaningfully, to serve, to innovate, and to help create a future that is more just, more prosperous, and more hopeful. Class of 2026, today you leave this campus as graduates, but you will always belong to the Wolfpack and to Nevada. On behalf of the Board of Regents and my colleague, Regent Heather Brown, on her birthday today, she's here for you. Congratulations. We are proud of you. We believe in you, and we look forward to all that you will accomplish. Thank you, and go Pack!
Thank you, Regent Del Carlo. The HERS Medal, the University of Nevada, Reno's oldest and most prestigious student award, was originally established in 1910 by brothers Richard, Carl, and Otto HERS. For 100 years, it was presented by the HERS family at each commencement ceremony to the graduating senior with the highest grade point average. In 2011, the University of Nevada, Reno Foundation wished to continue the tradition of recognizing our top scholars established by the HERS family. The Thelma B. and Thomas B. Hart Foundation are generously funding this prestigious award. We're excited to welcome this year's recipient to this elite group of scholars. The recipient of the Spring 2026 HERS Gold Medal is Corbin King. Corbin is from Los Angeles, California, and is graduating in chemical engineering with minors in renewable energy and chemistry. Driven by a passion for environmental protection, he plans to start a PhD in nuclear engineering at North Carolina State University this fall, focusing on clean energy solutions to reduce emissions and expand access globally. During his time at the University of Nevada, he served as president of 2 student organizations, striving to make a difference on campus and beyond. Congratulations, Corbin, on this remarkable achievement. Now, please welcome the president of the Associated Students of the University of Nevada, Carmina Aglabat, to give the student address.
President Sandoval, Provost Thompson, graduates and families, happy graduation day. Round of applause for you guys. As we sit here in our caps and gowns, celebrating everything we have accomplished so far, I think many of us are also quietly wondering to ourselves, what happens next? While they're trying to figure out what comes next. And some of us may have absolutely no idea about where life is about to take us. Very soon, our paths will split into thousands of different directions, with fewer similarities than ever before. But despite how different our futures may look, I think there's one thing that we all have in common. At the end of the day, we all just want lives that feel fulfilling. It's a connection that reminds us that we're meant to go through life, that we're not meant to go through life alone. At the end of our lives, we will not measure ourselves by our salaries, square footage, or social status. We will measure our lives by the people who made us feel loved, understood, and less alone. I once listened to a pastor in church describe sitting beside people in their final moments of their lives. He said that when people are nearing the end, they never ask for their trophies, their diplomas, or their paychecks. They ask to see the people that they love. Because when all is said and done, life has always been about connection. Our university's official slogan is Omnia Pro Patria, which translates to all for our country. Many people interpret it as a reflection of patriotism and service to the United States. And to a degree, I do believe that is true. But I also believe it points to something even bigger, that life was never meant to be lived alone. The purpose behind so much of what we do is to build community, to care for one another, and to remain connected to something greater than ourselves. So in other words, make the effort to build a life with people surrounded and with people in it. Fall in love, get your heart broken, and allow yourself to heal from it. Become friends with your neighbors, whether they're a young family with kids that are screaming a little too loud in the backyard or an older couple who always has the best advice. Keep in touch with your friends in college that you swore you would not lose after graduation. Say yes when people ask you to grab a coffee years later down the line. Join a book club or a softball team. Text that group chat that somehow survives after 10 years. Invite people over when your apartment is messy. Call your parents more often than you think you have to. And if marriage is not your story, then adopt 3 cats and name them overly silly names and make sure to care for them well. Just build a life that's filled with connection. Because when all is said and done, the most meaningful parts are almost never the things, but they are the people attached to them. Now, as I wrap up these remarks, which I'm sure many of us are eager for me to finish so we could finally get our diplomas, I just want to leave you with this last final thought. Every single generation walks into the world feeling like they were dealt the worst of cards. There are real pressures waiting for us, certainly. Economic uncertainty, political division, rising costs, and the quiet fear that maybe everyone else has their life figured out more than we do. And because of that, it can become easy to believe that the world is defined by disappointment, conflict, and bad news. We notice the bad in the loud and obvious ways that make the news headlines, but we also notice the bad in the quiet moments of our lives that can feel deeply personal. We see it when relationships fail us, when an essay feels graded too harshly, or when our grocery bill somehow climbs higher every week. For many people, the disappointments become the most memorable parts of the day. But I want to challenge you to ask yourself this during the moments in adulthood that feel miserable. What if most things in life are good? Because the only reason we recognize disruption at all is because it interrupts a much larger backdrop of ordinary goodness. And I can tell you this campus is living proof that most things are indeed good. We just have to be willing to notice it. I saw good when 3 students stopped traffic on North Virginia Street just a few weeks ago to help a family of baby ducks cross the street. I saw good when members of our football team volunteered at the Nevada Food Bank serving the community beyond the field. I saw good when students made the steep hike to the end during the first week of school, not for extra credit, not for a grade, not for any compensation, but because they cared about preserving tradition and community pride. I saw good when girls filled their roommate's room with streamers and balloons after finding out she'd gone to the Orvis, celebrating her accomplishments as if it were their own. I saw good when more than 100 clubs and organizations lined up for Club Fair, eager to help students find a place where they could belong and feel at home. I saw good when upperclassmen spent hours in August helping freshmen move into the dorms for no reason other than to welcome and support newest members of our pack. I saw good when students packed into pub and sub after a basketball game win, leaving as friends instead of strangers. And I saw good when a student offered to hold someone's coat during their graduation photos, not because they even knew them at all, but simply because they wanted to make an important moment feel a little bit easier. And in the end of the day, there's so much good surrounding us, always. We just have to be willing to notice it. As my good friend and ASUN Vice President Ethan McNamara likes to say, in life, we're dealt a set of cards, and we have to figure out how to play them. The best way to play this game called life is to choose connection and to keep searching for the good, even when it feels difficult to find. Yes, we do not always know what our set of cards will bring us. Some cards will bring heartbreak, disappointment, struggle, but many others will bring friendship, laughter, purpose, and love. And despite everything, you must remember that most of the cards are good. Congratulations, University of Nevada, class of 2026, and as always, go Pack.
So thank you, Carmina. Now please welcome Rachania Dev Chinnapan, the President of the Graduate Student Association of the University of Nevada.
Thank you, Provost Thompson. What's up, Wolfpack? Guess some of you are yet to have breakfast. As your Graduate Student Association President, it is truly an honor to stand here today. Today is special because this might be the first time in 4 years everyone showed up voluntarily, on time, in the right place, on the right day, even when attendance isn't mandatory. Today we celebrate the class of 2026, undergraduates, masters, and doctoral students. Let's also talk about the real UNR experiences, starting with Reno weather. Because UNR never lets you know what season you're in. We walk into class in sunshine, dress like it's spring, and live in snow, questioning every life decisions we have ever made. By noon, campus feels like the North Beyond the Wall from Game of Thrones. By 3 p.m., the wind hits so hard it feels personal. Like Reno weather saw your outfit and said, not today. At this point, dressing for class is less fashion, more survival strategy. And parking at UNR. Parking here isn't transportation. It's a live-action Squid Game. Every morning starts with hope and ends with you bargaining with God on the 5th floor of the garage. You circle the parking garage so many times, your car basically qualifies for a minor in urban planning. And the second you see someone walking towards their car, oh, it becomes personal. You start following them at 2 miles per hour like a lost puppy with student loans. You make eye contact like, please, I've suffered enough. And then they hit you with ultimate betrayal. They walk past their car, they weren't leaving. That moment changes you as a person. That's character development. And shout out to you on our gym. Nothing motivates you more than seeing a freshman built like a Marvel superhero deadlifting an entire Honda Civic. And you and our athletics deserve respect too. Nevada Wolfpack football games are the only place where students still stand outside in freezing weather voluntarily because someone mentioned free shirts. And Nevada Wolfpack basketball games taught us something important. No matter how stressful life gets, there's always someone in the student section screaming like, rent is due tomorrow. And midterms and finals week at UNR, walking out of the finals with your friends and hearing, what did you get for question 12? Brother, I got depression. And shout out to the Knowledge Center. At this point, you don't check library hours, the library checks yours. And the staff there know you better than your own family. The Counseling Center deserves respect because trying to balance classes, work, internships, relationships, tuition, sleep deprivation, and Canvas outages, that's not higher education anymore. That's psychological warfare. And shout out to the Multicultural Center, because some of us survived college purely through community, cultural events, and suspiciously good free food. And shout out to UNR Health Center. You walk in with a fever, no sleep, emotional damage, and they hand you one ibuprofen like it's the Infinity Stone that will save your entire academic career. But honestly, we learned that sometimes the plan falls apart, and you just improvise like you're in the Avengers Endgame. Except instead of saving the universe, you're saving your own GPA. Canvas crashed last week, and suddenly everybody became deeply religious. Dear Lord, if you can turn water into wine, please turn 68 into 93. Through all the chaos, stress, deadlines, snowstorms, tuition payments, parking struggles, and Canvas-induced emotional trauma, we made memories here. We made friends here. And before we leave, we need to thank the real MVPs of the class of 2026, ChatGPT. Because the second professor said, this exam is open book, we all heard OpenAI. And shout out to Claude AI for carrying half the coding assignments on campus. Meanwhile, my coding professor still hasn't graded the finals yet, so if you see me disappear halfway through the ceremony, remember me as I was. And coffee. At this point, our blood type is vanilla sweet cream cold brew positive. And parents, wow. Can we give a big round of applause to the people who funded this entire operation? Our parents, you've sacrificed a lot, but primarily money. Because every semester, our parents open the tuition bill like, damn, are they building a second campus with my money? And professors, thank you for always being there for us, especially the ones who posted grades at 11:59 p.m. like they were dropping a surprise album. That walk to check your grade, that's the closest thing college students experience to the gates of heaven. And finally, a special shout out to our partners, whether you were the first iteration, the second experiment, or the third, the current and hopefully the final version. To those who are sitting in the audience right now, wondering if you're actually getting a free lunch after this, we see you. Your commitment to staying through our worst academic decisions is honestly impressive. And frankly, a little concerning for your own standards. Today, we celebrate the degrees we earned, but tomorrow, life will test the person behind the degree. There will be moments when things don't go your way, jobs you won't get, plans that fall apart, days where you question yourself. Do not let those moments define you. Because courage is not always loud. Sometimes courage is simply waking up the next morning and trying again. A famous aerospace scientist and former president of India, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam once said, "Dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that doesn't let you sleep." So chase the dream that keeps you awake, the one that excites you, the one that scares you, the one that makes all the struggle worth it. Class of 2026, the world is waiting for you. Lastly, thank you for choosing the University of Nevada, the mighty Wolf Pack. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go Pack.
Thank you, Rachanya. Now please welcome Nevada Alumni Council past president and current member, Randy Brown.
On behalf of the University of Nevada Alumni Association, your Alumni Association, we are excited to welcome you to our alumni family of more than 125,000 proud graduates. As you celebrate this moment, remember, that your journey with the university doesn't end today. It transforms into a lifelong connection. Our alumni community is a powerful network, united by shared experiences, values, and commitment to supporting one another. Whether you're starting a new career, continuing your education, or exploring new opportunities, know that you have a pack behind you, cheering you on. After all, that is the Wolfpack way. Back in 2019, a new tradition was introduced during commencement, the presentation of an official alumni pin gifted to all graduates from the university. When you receive yours today, please wear it proudly for many years to come. Alumni play a large role in the success of current students, so I urge you to remain involved with your alma mater no matter where your next adventure takes you. Stay connected by helping recruit future alumni, become a career mentor, attend university events, or join one of our 25 chapters. The opportunities are endless, and we are here to support you long after graduation. Remember, there is no limit to what a Nevada graduate is capable of, and you will always be a member of this pack. Your continued involvement makes a real difference, and together we can inspire the next generation of students and strengthen the legacy of Nevada graduates everywhere. Congratulations to you, our newest alumni, and go Pack!
Thank you, Randy. The candidates for graduation represent a wide range of disciplines and degree programs. After a great deal of time, effort, and significant intellectual and emotional investment, you are now on the cusp of a highly important moment in your life. Our university has set a very high bar for you to finally arrive at this moment, and we are pleased to celebrate your accomplishments in this ceremony while recognizing that this is only the beginning, the commencement of even greater horizons to come. Congratulations and good luck to all of you. And now I think it's time to start awarding degrees. Presenting the candidates for advanced degrees from the Graduate School is Vice Provost of Graduate Education and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Marcus Kimmelmeyer.
Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you these candidates for the doctoral degrees.
Kellen Robert Mitchell, Mechanical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Yifei Jin. Ziru Wang, Civil and Environmental Engineering, hooded by Dr. Hao Shu.
Jaleesa Houle, Mechanical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Floris van Brogel.
Mohammed Sohaib, Biomedical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Bahram Parvin. Mohammed Abu Sayed, Computer Science and Engineering, hooded by Dr. Monica Nicolescu.
Sridhar Lanka, Material Science and Engineering, hooded by Dr. Manoranjan Misra.
Noah Neiman, Civil and Environmental Engineering, hooded by Dr. Floriana Petrone. Sir Lathan LaRock Wynn, Civil and Environmental Engineering, hooded by Dr. Carrie Ryan. Robert James Wright, Electrical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Poria Fajri.
Chanakya Hingu, Electrical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Singang Fu. Shawan Day, Electrical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Hao Shu. Sanket Chandan Lokande, Electrical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Hao Shu.
Mr. President, it is my privilege to present to you these candidates for the master's degrees.
Jose Antonio Moreno Duran, Biomedical Engineering. Chathura Ranganath Sumana Siri, Mechanical Engineering. Bill Weishung Tong, Computer Science and Engineering.
Maria Paz Maluenda Walton, Computer Science and Engineering.
Bipin Kanal, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Safal Katwal, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Prabindra Makazu, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Andrew Michael Tran, Cybersecurity. Jannatul Tanjil, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Nazmus Salihin Asif, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Matthew Corey Klassen, Mechanical Engineering.
William Stanislaw Peterson, Computer Science and Engineering.
Anana Chaki Choti, Biomedical Engineering. Joya Protasha Das, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Dylan Joseph Seward, Electrical Engineering.
Janine Imperial, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Devin Nicole Dunn High, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Safa Patel, Computer Science and Engineering.
Hannah Chuang, Robotics.
Joel Daniel Molina, Computer Science and Engineering. Nicola Tungus, Computer Science and Engineering. Paul Michael Rothman, Mechanical Engineering.
Joshua Joel Galindo Lopez, Computer Science and Engineering. Cooper Dane Gillespie, Mechanical Engineering. Dmitry Nikolai Brzozowski, Electrical Engineering. Robert Owen Bush, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Hema Prabha Pathmanathan, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Abdelrahman Mustafa Al-Shabri, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Enrico Santos Arvizu, Aerospace Engineering.
Emily Rose Milliken, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Tanner William Richardson, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Sarah Estelle Noelie Jen, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Osman Akhtar, Mechanical Engineering.
Talon O. Scove Black, Materials Science and Engineering.
Thomas Thaddeus Hamby, Materials Science and Engineering.
Tarun Vegela, Computer Science and Engineering. Sindhu Yalamati, Computer Science and Engineering. Purna Satya Karun Saride, Computer Science and Engineering. Grace Crystal Sinram, Materials Science and Engineering. Carla Valdivia, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Yamin Chaudhary, Computer Science and Engineering.
Cameron Nahar Mim, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Plaban Islam Turzo, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Alex Lynn Leathers, Social Work.
Brooke Amanda Olson, Social Work. Shaylee Pitts, Social Work.
Michael W. Dorn, Social Work. Vilma Pastora Arauz, Social Work. Yasmin Gallego Reyes, Social Work. Emily Yasmin Baena, Social Work. Nadia Lopez Guerra, Social Work. Cody Elias Shepard Gledhill, Social Work. Marshall Harrison Gledhill, Social Work. Jacqueline Alvarado, Social Work. Andrea Elizabeth Diaz, Social Work. Caressa Graham, Social Work. Haley Marie Best, Social Work. Nathaniel James Chin, Social Work. Chelsea Albertina Aguirre Rodriguez, Social Work. Kayla Brianna Huffman Smith, Social Work. Martha Lilibeth Gonzalez, Social Work. Maria Magdalena Jimenez Garcia, Social Work.
Madison Grace Mashing, Social Work. Wendy Suzette Rooker, Social Work.
Michaela Volante Defensor, Social Work. Rachel Caldwell, Social Work. Genevieve Ami Delage, social work.
Allison Thomas, social work.
Carolina Daniela Barrera, social work.
Monica Jean Venegas Keene, social work.
Amy Michelson Koch, social work. Mindy Graves, social work. Eric Eugene Foreman, social work.
Carlos Allen Noguera, social work. Rachel McCormick, social work.
Oscar Daniel Cabral, social work. Kiara Danielle Campbell, social work. Olivia Grace Long, social work. Antiana S. Bland Wilson, social work.
Jessica Jane Ripke, social work.
Melissa Ann Alexander, social work.
Catherine Elena Segura Segovia, social work.
Rena P. Lugo, social work.
April Rose Pacheco, social work.
Allison May Hurry, social work. Jordan Robert Davis Brede, social work. Dana Henio, social work.
Chloe Jane Ziegler, social work. Michaela Lynn Pegg, social work.
Gia Ashlyn Herrick, social work.
Karina del Real Nava, social work.
Sheila Marie Talatala Cuevas, social work.
Gabriela Sanfilippo, social work.
Scarlett Carolina Cambar Portillo, social work. Rachel Casey, social work. Carla Del Valle Acosta, social work.
Isaiah Pondo, social work.
Caitlin Elizabeth Grace Kirchubel, social work. Brittany Marie Greco, social work. Jordan Calais Reintar Ignacio, social work.
Mitzi Gabriela Talavera Adan, social work.
Yesenia Aguilar Vasquez, social work. Libby S. Ballesteros, social work.
Christina Michelle Orcutt, social work.
Julia Seferina Early, social work.
Kimberly Pacheco Avila, social work.
Iris Anayi Gonzalez de Jesus, social work.
Parissa Martinez, social work.
Natalie Ginger Grady, social work.
Katie Sarate, social work.
Aaron Gomez Valtierra, social work. Lizette Gabriela Lechuga Gomez, social work.
George Jr. Usueta III, social work.
Nathan Carrillo, social work.
Rin Xiong, social work. Sarah Elizabeth Phillips, social work.
Suzanne Marie Furtado, social work.
Karen I. Macias Esparza, Social Work. Erika Guadalupe Menchaca, Social Work.
Kiera Escalante, Social Work. Kaylin Marie Diaz, Social Work.
Angelica Ramirez Montez, Social Work. Jennifer Victorio, Social Work.
Taylor Madison Limbacher, Social Work. Jennifer Ann Kavanaugh, Social Work.
Rebecca Louise Murray, Social Work.
Maricela Jaquinde Martinez, Social Work. Ariana Yareli Anaya Rios, Social Work. Taylor C. Carter, Social Work.
Kelly Joanna Ortiz, Social Work. Melanie Ali Perez Mendoza, Social Work.
Lisette Garcia Velasquez, Social Work. Emily Marie Fletcher, Social Work.
Bailey K. Treese, Social Work.
Sophia Ewers, Social Work. Stephanie Yamileth Aviles Solano, Social Work. Blair Spencer Grover, Social Work.
Selena Rojas Ramirez, Social Work. Kelly Memon, Social Work.
Anya Grace Bustamante, Social Work. Madison Leona Dawson, Social Work.
Alana Claire Pittman, Social Work. Amanda E. Quintero, Social Work.
Simret Bogali Admasu, Social Work. Danielle Ray Covington, Social Work.
Lucy Cannell Pyle, Social Work.
Claudia Bravo, Social Work. Madeline Colmus, Social Work.
The individuals who have earned degrees, advanced degrees, represent an amazing cross-section of our world. They commence their graduate studies on our campus from states throughout the country and from nations across the globe. They represent one of the most humanistic coalitions of perspectives, backgrounds, and goals that one could ever find. Although their personal stories are all different and speak to the richness of human experience, which we value so much at our university, there is always a unifying thread. The extraordinary quality of who these individuals are and what they all represent to our future. They embarked on the path of attaining an advanced degree because they wanted to make the world a better place. Once on our campus, guided by faculty mentors who have challenged and encouraged them, they reach a high standard of personal excellence, both as scholars and as individuals. Their excellence has helped realize that there are no limits to achieving one's capacity to think, to question, to test, to ultimately find wisdom and truth. Although this is indeed the culmination of years of hard work, this moment we're about to recognize does not represent a conclusion. It marks the start of something that is even more special, how our advanced degree candidates will now take these experiences and help us all realize a better world, one that is more giving, more empathetic, and full of immense possibility that comes with knowledge, discovery, and insight. The individuals who are candidates for advanced degrees represent our next generation of leaders. Let's applaud what they've done what they've done, and let's eagerly anticipate what they are yet to do. Dr. Kimmelmeyer, please present the candidates for the conferral of degrees.
Would all candidates for doctoral and master's degrees rise as you're able? Mr. President, I present to you these candidates for the doctoral and master's degree on behalf of the faculty.
Thank you, Dean. You ready to make it official? By virtue of the laws of the state of Nevada and the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon those fulfilling the appropriate requirements the doctoral and master's degrees recommended by the faculties of the university with all the rights, privileges, and obligations belonging thereto. Congratulations, you've done it.
Congratulations, and please be seated. For the presentation of the candidates for bachelor's degrees, I will call upon the deans of the colleges and schools. Presenting the candidates from the School of Social Work is Dean Lillian Wyszynski.
President Sandoval, on behalf of the amazing faculty of the School of Social Work, I present to you the change makers of our country, the candidates for the bachelor's degree from the School of Social Work.
Michelle Quintanilla, Social Work.
Jennifer Emily Diaz Quintanilla, Social Work.
Valerie N. Rivas, Social Work. Tyler James Vetter, Social Work.
Brandon Jeffrey Light, Social Work.
Jose Antonio Rodriguez, Social Work. Juan Carlos Salazar Rico, Social Work.
Matthew Copico, Social Work.
Lorena Montez, Social Work. Natalie Macias, Social Work.
Brandon Alberto Lopez Loza, Social Work.
Brianna Ashley Roeder, Social Work. Anna Karen Santos Ibarra, Social Work.
Savannah Riley Dueñez, Social Work and Sociology. Marisol Lopez, Social Work.
Natalie Sophia O'Donnell, Social Work.
Delana Lauren Beard, Social Work.
Amber Sky Virgilio, Social Work.
Jessica Renee Bravo, Social Work. Daniel Camargo, Social Work. Faith Kiana Bolter, Social Work. Sydney Lou Heyman, Social Work.
Janine Elizabeth Tapkin, Social Work and Psychology.
Lily Holloway, Social Work. Bryce Leonard Kennedy, Social Work.
Asia Jolene Lee Sanders, Social Work.
Moises Aguilar Becerra, Social Work, Summa Cum Laude.
Hallie L. Zakor, Social Work, Summa Cum Laude.
Andrea Lorraine Gregory, Social Work.
Dylan Gail McCready, Social Work. Kairi Kealoha Mahana Onalani Utsukushi Matsura, social work.
Stephanie Lizeth Duarte Alvarado, social work. Joyce Marie Kalamag, social work. 1874 scholar. Abigail Ray Brake, social work.
Cynthia A. Spidell Dickey, social work.
Eva Betania Flores, social work.
Kelsey Shea Sharp, social work. Danielle Cherie Mullins, social work. Alyssa Marie Saragosa, social work.
Eric Navid Jacobs, social work.
Chantel Nicole Whaley, social work. Gisela Munoz Leon, social work. Lizeth Rosales Muro, social work.
Deanna Duchesne, social work.
Jody Lynn Miller, social work.
Amanda Marie Jackson, social work. Paula A. Brunson, social work. Sarah Aileen Jackson, social work. Rachel Melissa Jasper, social work.
Japsiri Estrella Pinter, social work. Liliana Isabel Raya Lanny, social work.
Christina Knight, social work. Alejandra Teresa Lopez, social work and human development and family science. Kaya Marley Gonzalez, social work.
Jose A. Vasquez, social work.
Christopher R. Burnett, social work. Diana Gonzalez Ruiz, social work.
Jacob Kekoa Villa Abiva, social work. Hannah Snow Memon, social work.
Crystal Michelle Chavarin Padilla, social work and Spanish. Craig Eric Hoffman, social work. Gabrielle Davidite, social work.
Iron Smith, social work, summa cum laude.
Andrea Arlene Delgado, social work.
Scott Mitchell Sanborn, social work.
Dariel A. Bennett, social work. Alondra Guadalupe Guillen Belmontes, social work. Brooklyn Lee Curtis, social work.
Carly Elizabeth Ramirez, social work.
Grace Lowe, social work. Ami Chantel Alva, social work. Rachel M. Barker, social work.
Jamie Adali Rios Valdovinos, social work.
Juliana Yazbet Gonzalez, social work and Spanish.
Jasmine Ayana Ryans Cannon, social work.
Jane Carbajal Infante, Social Work.
Dalen Janet Reeves, Social Work. Courtney Taylor Wilson, Social Work.
Adriana Marie Eubanks, Social Work. Haley Marie Jackson, Social Work. Kayla Raven Flores, Social Work.
Nicole Marie Zaperzalka, Social Work.
Tashina Mary Lynn Egan, Social Work.
Carrie Antonetta Smith, Social Work. Isis Michelle Pedraza, Social Work.
Anna E. Bravo, Social Work.
Jelena Rochelle Whitney, Social Work.
Carolina Miranda Gonzalez, Social Work.
Yvette Solorzano, Social Work. Monica Mascareño Roque, Social Work.
Maraima Dalhi Alvarez, Social Work.
Itzel Yelen Mata Jimenez, Social Work.
Sarah E. Lamas Cruz, Social Work.
Fernanda J. Perez Vargas, Social Work. Natalia Nicole Melendez Menjivar, Social Work and Psychology, 1874 Scholar. Jennifer Lizeth Reyes Pareda, Social Work.
Now presenting the candidates from the College of Engineering is Dean Thomas Weller.
President Sandoval, on behalf of our committed faculty, I'm pleased to present our hardworking candidates for the bachelor's degree from the College of Engineering.
Peyton Kowalski, Engineering Physics. Nicholas Langley, Computer Science and Engineering and Mathematics, cum laude.
Adriano Batista Martin Jr., Electrical Engineering.
Hunter Dylan Arons, Electrical Engineering, 1874 Scholar. Randall Cheng, Electrical Engineering.
Miguel Angel Rivera Villarreal, Electrical Engineering.
Aaron Ba, Computer Science and Engineering.
Matthew W. Walker, Mechanical Engineering. Alyssa R. Workman, Computer Science and Engineering, summa cum laude. Jonah Mason Needham, Mechanical Engineering.
Byron J. Billy, Computer Science and Engineering. Ross James Davis, Mechanical Engineering. Ian Michael Davis, Mechanical Engineering.
Raphael Sutter, Civil Engineering.
Jackson Elsa Moore, Computer Science and Engineering.
James Austin Seibel, Mechanical Engineering. Mason Paul, Mechanical Engineering. Cesar Damian Nunez Lopez, Engineering Physics. Sean Masterson, Computer Science and Engineering.
Maxwell J. Nafler, Computer Science and Engineering.
Garrett Wiley Plank, Civil Engineering.
Kevin Anthony Meyer, Mechanical Engineering.
Zhou Jin Hao Wu, Computer Science and Engineering. Brian Wu, Computer Science and Engineering.
Calvin Liu, Electrical Engineering.
Connor Shea McDonald, Electrical Engineering. Kevin Harris Munson, Computer Science and Engineering.
William Jacobo Leon, Computer Science and Engineering.
Zachary Lewis Zimmerman, Computer Science and Engineering. Nicholas Robert Salcedo, Materials Science and Engineering. Parker James Ronsheimer, Civil Engineering. Martin Todd Rose, Civil Engineering. Luke Stopka, Civil Engineering.
Blake Anthony Latos, Mechanical Engineering. Matthew Thomas Davidson, Mechanical Engineering. Ethan Allen Crawford, Mechanical Engineering. Lucas James Adams, Electrical Engineering. Nathan Bart Kaufman, Electrical Engineering. Emily G. Quellar, Electrical Engineering. Brianna Leah Jean Lagier, Civil Engineering. Noel Ibia, Civil Engineering.
Kushi Sharma, Civil Engineering.
Abigail Rose Hoon, Mechanical Engineering.
Maurice Anthony Martinez, Computer Science and Engineering.
Kimberly Agron, Computer Science and Engineering. Jenna Sakura Chang, Computer Science and Engineering. Adrian Delabassis, Computer Science and Engineering.
Samuel Malcolm Maradian, Computer Science and Engineering.
Jennifer Maylin Hogeson, Computer Science and Engineering.
Zinat Namira, Electrical Engineering. Charlotte N. Skorlich, Civil Engineering.
Emma Elizabeth Cornea, Computer Science and Engineering, cum laude.
Allison Lee Phillips, Mechanical Engineering. Caitlin Elizabeth Valdez, Computer Science and Engineering. Eric Norton, Mechanical Engineering.
Carter Thomas Stone, Mechanical Engineering.
Bailey Escritor, Computer Science and Engineering.
Bobby Leanne Van Sant, Mechanical Engineering.
Abigail Olivia Battaglia, Electrical Engineering.
Michael Philip Pedoti, Computer Science and Engineering. Thompson Ty, Computer Science and Engineering.
Aween Ali, Computer Science and Engineering.
Royce Ortega, Computer Science and Engineering, cum laude. Angela Nicole Nazareno Victoriano, Computer Science and Engineering, Honors Baccalaureate.
Hayden Thomas Elsig, Mechanical Engineering. Kyle Larson, Mechanical Engineering. Calhan Leif Erickson, Mechanical Engineering. Matthew James Henry, Civil Engineering. Milo Aiden Lawley, Mechanical Engineering.
Trevor James Buzz Marlin, Mechanical Engineering. Christopher Velasco, Mechanical Engineering. Emma Nicole Sweatlich, Mechanical Engineering.
Aiden Johann Gentner, Mechanical Engineering.
Royce Roque, Mechanical Engineering. Lili Schwinli Paco, Civil Engineering.
Mahiono T. Guillu Chevalier, Civil Engineering.
Cade Dallas Rodehofer, Mechanical Engineering.
Quinn Mark Lucas, Mechanical Engineering.
Thomas Nichols, Mechanical Engineering, magna cum laude, 1874 scholar. Wyatt Jeffrey Sander, Mechanical Engineering. Jack Ethan Merrill, Mechanical Engineering.
Logan Christian Gould, Mechanical Engineering. Alvaro Hurtado, Mechanical Engineering.
Otoniel B. Renteria, Mechanical Engineering. Ving Kwok Win, Civil Engineering. Arvind Pagidi, Computer Science and Engineering.
Joey A. Guarilla, Mechanical Engineering.
Caden Newman, Mechanical Engineering. Rafael Antonio Vecchione, Mechanical Engineering.
Dean Timon Fulmer, Mechanical Engineering. Aiden Ferreira Gomez, Mechanical Engineering. Jack William Garby, Electrical Engineering. Jose Adrian Huerta, Electrical Engineering. William Jack Shooter Davis, Computer Science and Engineering. Jackson Loff Miller, Computer Science and Engineering.
Dominic Michael Pucci, Civil Engineering.
Tyler Eric Lloyd, Mechanical Engineering. Jared Robert Anderson, Mechanical Engineering. Eli Davidson, Mechanical Engineering, 1874 scholar.
Andrew Lee Rounds, Mechanical Engineering.
Nolan M. Chase, Mechanical Engineering. Carson Matthew Beers, Mechanical Engineering. Aiden de los Reyes, Mechanical Engineering.
Robert Jacob Lambden, Mechanical Engineering.
Connor Aaron Marks, Computer Science and Engineering.
Sophie Lynn Dawson, Chemical Engineering. Spencer Fellens, Chemical Engineering. Ethan Lopez Lang, Chemical Engineering. Braden Michael Crawford, Chemical Engineering.
Austin Rorex, Chemical Engineering. Travis Garrett Rothgeb, Chemical Engineering. Daniel Thomas Morales, Chemical Engineering.
Haley Ann Lacoste, Chemical Engineering. Corbin Ing King, Chemical Engineering, summa cum laude, honors baccalaureate.
Tyler Michael Nagano, Mechanical Engineering.
Jalen Casey Hurtado, Mechanical Engineering.
Emily Alejandra Zecina Romero, Electrical Engineering. Joanna Camille Nemitz, Electrical Engineering.
Sophia Victoria Alstedt, Electrical Engineering and Mathematics. Joseph Jeb Antrim, Electrical Engineering, magna cum laude, 1874 scholar. James Gregory Gracer, Mechanical Engineering.
Devisha Naharas, Computer Science and Engineering.
William Bubaker, Computer Science and Engineering. Brendan John Capello, Computer Science and Engineering.
Dominic Edmund Palmieri, Computer Science and Engineering.
Michael Duke Chatham, Mechanical Engineering. Edgar Eduardo Lopez, Computer Science and Engineering. Camden Lewis Ernst, Materials Science and Engineering. Nicole Ramona Callahan, Materials Science and Engineering. Alex Michael Humes, Materials Science and Engineering. Benjamin Thomas Gardiner, Materials Science and Engineering. Zachary Miles Hitchcock, Materials Science and Engineering. Nicholas Michael Blondeau, Materials Science and Engineering, cum laude. Hannah Jesuyanmife Ibekori, Materials Science and Engineering. Justin Ronald Harris, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. McKenna Janae Johnson, Civil Engineering. Arhelia Felix Lopez, Mechanical Engineering. Autumn Edmonds, Computer Science and Engineering, 1874 scholar. James Joseph Dornhofer IV, Mechanical Engineering.
Brandon Mick, Mechanical Engineering.
Miles Hamburg, Mechanical Engineering. Chanel Coe, Computer Science and Engineering, cum laude.
Emily Lynn McAfee, Mechanical Engineering, 1874 scholar. Reyes Isaac Renaga, Mechanical Engineering, 1874 scholar. Alexis Humberto Pedraza, Civil Engineering. Lucas Tyler Pritchett, Mechanical Engineering. Renee Joy Maxon, Mechanical Engineering.
Stella Marie Barriga Abehar, Environmental Engineering.
Shane Michael Smith, Environmental Engineering.
Benjamin Aaron Carico, Biomedical Engineering and Biology.
Matthew Masahiro Patterson, Computer Science and Engineering.
Langdon Isaacson, Computer Science and Engineering.
Leonie Daniel Spence, Environmental Engineering. Zachary Troutman, Electrical Engineering, 1874 scholar.
Zachary Robert Dubé, Civil Engineering, cum laude.
Georgia Petroff, Civil Engineering, magna cum laude. Benjamin Allen Maxinoski, Civil Engineering, cum laude.
Talon Michael Cox, Civil Engineering. Evita Kanan, Computer Science and Engineering.
Yuhan Tang, Computer Science and Engineering.
Kieran Charles Cole, Computer Science and Engineering. Vincent Luong, Computer Science and Engineering. Parker Christian Auerweck, Mechanical Engineering.
Elian Olivares Lara, Mechanical Engineering. Gavin Michael Wesley, Mechanical Engineering, 1874 scholar. Christopher Andre Maldonado Gomez, Computer Science and Engineering.
Ivan C. Ching, Computer Science and Engineering.
Johan Emanol Ramirez, Computer Science and Engineering.
Jaime Garcia Alejandre, Civil Engineering. Matthew James Ladowski, Civil Engineering, 1874 Scholar.
John Dylan Wiley, Civil Engineering.
Nathan William Bornilla, Mechanical Engineering. Tyler Michael Hughes, Mechanical Engineering. Ryan Michael Imoto, Mechanical Engineering. Mitchell Tyler Jones, Mechanical Engineering.
Jonathan Luke Stoll, Mechanical Engineering.
Jax Michael Hendrickson, Computer Science and Engineering. Rhea Quinn Janowski Clark, Electrical Engineering. Manav Pratik Dudia, Electrical Engineering, cum laude. Simeon N. Dimitrov, Computer Science and Engineering. Dylan Carson, Mechanical Engineering. Dominic Ivan Brozowski, Civil Engineering, cum laude, Provost's Scholar.
Trevor Scott Margetts, Mechanical Engineering.
Sophia Marie Bustos, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical David Leonhardt, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude, 1874 Scholar.
Nathan Russo, Mechanical Engineering.
Jacob Heine, Mechanical Engineering.
Sean Abraham Matthew, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering, cum laude.
Alfonso Anupal Custodio IV, Mechanical Engineering.
Alexander Mason Reuter, Biomedical Engineering. Logan Anthony Miselli, Civil Engineering.
Mason William Daforno, Civil Engineering.
Bodie Ray Norval, Computer Science and Engineering.
Brandon Case, Civil Engineering.
Riley Anthony Doyle, Civil Engineering.
Jack Tyler Cherry, Civil Engineering.
Brett Allen McVeigh, Civil Engineering.
Madison Bree Kopecki, Civil Engineering. Otto Sean Francis Klippenstein, Mechanical Engineering. Connor Nicholas Galvan, Civil Engineering, cum laude.
Aiden L. Ray, Civil Engineering.
Dean Michael Credico, Environmental Engineering. Luke Robert Bowler, Electrical Engineering.
Jose Alberto Pacheco, Electrical Engineering.
Seth Lewis Fano Begonia, Electrical Engineering. Knight Champion Fivela Potes, Electrical Engineering. Ibrahim Saadat Kondoker, Electrical Engineering.
Tyler Robert Moore, Civil Engineering.
Karam Al-Khalid, Computer Science and Engineering. Colby Michael Grammelsbacher, Computer Science and Engineering.
Andrew Davis Wittig, Computer Science and Engineering.
Keilani Puava Alarcon, Electrical Engineering, Honors Baccalaureate. Gerard Troy Apaludin Kabigan, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering, 1874 Scholar.
Hunter Mathis, Electrical Engineering. Jose de Jesus Soto Elias, Electrical Engineering.
Nikhil Anil, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering.
Sumiran Marsani, Biomedical Engineering. Anthony Richard Silva, Computer Science and Engineering, magna cum laude, 1874 Scholar.
And Kush Joshi, Computer Science and Engineering. James Gabriel Newell Acasio, Computer Science and Engineering.
Alexander Isaac Medal, Computer Science and Engineering. Dominic Anselmo Valdez, Computer Science and Engineering. Jordan Nissen, Mechanical Engineering.
Gage Anthony Colagiovanni, Civil Engineering. Andrew Jacob Soren Germstead, Civil Engineering.
Sanjay Jacob Matthew, Environmental Engineering.
Micah Daniel Millarhood, Electrical Engineering.
Lance Turnham, Mechanical Engineering.
Noah James Chavez, Mechanical Engineering. Jackson Dwayne Ulner, Environmental Engineering, magna cum laude, 1874 Scholar. Benjamin Jadale Crutchfield, Mechanical Engineering.
Larson Kevin So, Mechanical Engineering. Kyla B. Trotter, Computer Science and Engineering, magna cum laude, 1874 Scholar.
Alina Saji Curry-Cottle, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering, magna cum laude, 1874 Scholar. Helen Grace Henry Griard, Electrical Engineering. Jordan A. Ledesma, Electrical Engineering.
Mark Paul Mitzen, Computer Science and Engineering.
Grace Christine Hager, Civil Engineering. Mia Jane Erickson, Environmental Engineering. Brianna Noel Dome, Civil Engineering. Tyler Dean Bickel, Civil Engineering.
Trent Parker Smelich, Computer Science and Engineering.
Luis Jared Garcia, Computer Science and Engineering. Cum laude. Jia Xing Luo, Computer Science and Engineering.
Warren Trong, Computer Science and Engineering.
Jorge Luis Flores Gonzalez, Civil Engineering.
Viral Patel, Civil Engineering.
Jason S. Barshtek, Civil Engineering, magna cum laude. Peter Jacob Gelfi, Civil Engineering, 1874 Scholar.
Jackson Arthur Schlink, Civil Engineering. Mark Stephen Moyle II, Civil Engineering. Louis Quiros Jr., Civil Engineering.
George Bachvarov, Civil Engineering, 1874 Scholar. Ashley Bell Gillum, Environmental Engineering. Cole Wayne Gillum, Computer Science and Engineering. Brett Asmund Hopkins, Electrical Engineering. Pedro Lechuga Gomez, Mechanical Engineering.
Tyler Christopher Swanson, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude.
Tayshawn Lamar Comer, Interdisciplinary Studies.
Alec Ray Morales Villoria, Mechanical Engineering.
Alex J. Humphrey, Electrical Engineering.
Terrence Silva, Mechanical Engineering.
Hannah Marie Minucci, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering. Provost Scholar.
Max Atticus Dunlay, Electrical Engineering.
Caden Ty Syme, Mechanical Engineering.
Ethan Porter Hansen, Electrical Engineering. Alexander David Joseph Fiore, Electrical Engineering. Tyler George Dishman, Computer Science and Engineering. Matthew Thomas Gaskell, Computer Science and Engineering, summa cum laude. Angelo Kalingo, Computer Science and Engineering. Beniam Negese Gashal, Computer Science and Engineering.
Joshua Edward Menez Matney, Computer Science and Engineering. Ploy Wandi Vong, Computer Science and Engineering, cum laude. Sulman Sajid, Environmental Engineering. Cody Tyler Shrive, Computer Science and Engineering. Richard Wynn, Computer Science and Engineering.
Jorge Alexis Cervasio Izquierdo, Computer Science and Engineering.
Emil Brent Galela, Computer Science and Engineering.
Christopher David Sexton, Electrical Engineering.
Sean Crum, Electrical Engineering.
David M. Weldon, Electrical Engineering. James Philip Tracy, Electrical Engineering. Haley Rose Rufner, Environmental Engineering.
Nevaeh Ann Brady, Civil Engineering. Tristan Alexander Eaton, Biomedical Engineering.
Brendan Michael McPartland, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering, 1874 Scholar. Brendan John O'Brien, Electrical Engineering. Carson Patrick McClintock, Electrical Engineering. Blake Roger Smith, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering.
Alex Joseph Jordan, Civil Engineering.
Rajat Sharma, Computer Science and Engineering, Honors Baccalaureate. Omar Rojas Duarte, Computer Science and Engineering.
Luis Anthony Carrillo, Computer Science and Engineering.
Jade A. Mondragon, Computer Science and Engineering. Vanessa Damaris Medina, Computer Science and Engineering.
Leslie P. Becerra, Computer Science and Engineering.
Manuel Morales Marroquin, Computer Science and Engineering, Honors Baccalaureate. Peter Jesse Rangel Villanueva, Electrical Engineering.
Zhao Heng He, Computer Science and Engineering. Ilya Andreyovich Gavlovsky, Computer Science and Engineering.
Ian Goff, Electrical Engineering.
Hunter C. Bickle, Computer Science and Engineering. Samuel Gonzalez, Civil Engineering. Abigail Gans, Biomedical Engineering. Natasha Renee Ehlers, Biomedical Engineering. Zoe Edlin Atherton, Biomedical Engineering.
Montserrat Sarah E. Ramirez, Biomedical Engineering. Caleb Robert Potts, Mechanical Engineering, 1874 Scholar. Evan Tyler Strother, Mechanical Engineering.
Anthony Richard Burchett, Mechanical Engineering. Joseph Forrest, Mechanical Engineering. Ryan Joseph Barney, Mechanical Engineering.
Matthew Lee Wetta, Mechanical Engineering. Casey Valdez Walker, Civil Engineering. Alexis Rincon, Civil Engineering.
Jared Tanner Bays, Computer Science and Engineering. Elena X. Chow, Computer Science and Engineering.
Isaiah David McLean, Computer Science and Engineering.
Jairo Cadena Mendez, Computer Science and Engineering, 1874 Scholar. Jovan Hirales, Computer Science and Engineering.
Marlo Ongkinko, Computer Science and Engineering, magna cum laude. Derek Yushi Nu, Computer Science and Engineering, summa cum laude, Provost Scholar.
Aidan Nicholas Kirk, Computer Science and Engineering, summa cum laude.
Ryan Jacob Noriega, Electrical Engineering. Jacob Shie, Computer Science and Engineering, 1874 Scholar.
Ethan Edward Clare, Computer Science and Engineering, cum laude, 1874 Scholar. Jero Chai, Computer Science and Engineering, cum laude. Harry Sho K. Aguinaldo, Computer Science and Engineering, 1874 Scholar. Amelia Bogard, Mechanical Engineering. Nicholas Ryan Fazekas, Interdisciplinary Studies. Diego Hernandez de la Luz, Civil Engineering.
We have before us a wonderful opportunity, one that speaks to how higher education can influence us all for the better. The time one spends at our university can include moments of immense wonder, of widening one's horizons, and coming to understand how each of us can make a difference in our communities, in our state, and in our world. Time at a university can be measured in a variety of ways, but it all matters and it's extremely meaningful. It can be spent pursuing truth. It can be spent experimenting with the known to discover the unknown. It can be spent pursuing a dream. Our graduates know all of this, and during their time with us, they have come to learn so much more. Our graduates have no doubt had professors and instructors who have asked a great deal of them, but throughout it all, the journey has been unexpected and exceptional. Every day has been different, always with the potential to gain new insight, to gain a new understanding of what you are made of and what you are capable of accomplishing. The character, resilience, and determination you have all displayed, particularly over this past year, has inspired us all. Graduates, your time with us has flown by. As you move forward, please remember to take a moment to think back to your time with us, what you might have learned, and how that knowledge prepared and inspired you for the tasks that still lie ahead. Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees in all colleges of the university please rise if you are able? President Sandoval, on behalf of the faculty of the university, I present to you these candidates for bachelor's degrees.
By virtue of the laws of the state of Nevada and the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon those fulfilling the appropriate requirements the bachelor's degrees recommended by the faculties of the university with all the rights, privileges, and obligations belonging thereto. Congratulations, it's official, go Pack.
Before we ask our graduates to move their tassels, there are a few recessional directions. The platform party will lead the recessional, followed by the faculty and then our graduates. Now for the final symbolic act of commencement. Graduates, the tassel on the right side of your cap signifies your time as a student at our university. It's now time to officially move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left. Congratulations, class of 2026.